Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this awesome campaign here in the world of Alithia, here with the Blue Collar DM. I'm Howie. We're here with all of our players, as per usual. We're going to be here playing, continuing this kind of arc that we've been doing for the past couple of days. A few announcements to start, though. We actually updated a bunch of stuff here on the Twitch channel, so you'll actually see down in the About Me section, there's a lot more panels down there and kind of specific links for you guys to kind of find things. We're actually also announcing tonight that we're actually doing one-on-one coaching for people new to the hobby or just kind of trying to starting their first games or just need some help with their Dungeon Master prep and world building, stuff like that. So that's kind of exciting. We also have all the links down there in the Discord and stuff. I know we kind of put up here on the stream itself, but now you actually have a direct link for all that kind of stuff as well. So, is there anything that you guys have to announce? I know, Ashley, you've got some stuff going on with... are you sure you want to do that and all that stuff?
Yes, we have a couple things. One, tonight, me and my friend from Are You Sure You Want to Do That is going to be on Jasper's Game Day with DM Dan Dillon. So tune into that after you tune into this. That starts at 10:30 and it runs through 1:30. We have interviews on our YouTube channel right now. So far, we got a few big names, and we got some more coming. Soon, hopefully, when our DM here gets some time, we'll be able to interview him too and pick his brain a little bit. We got a bunch of stuff going on. So tune into our Discord or our Twitter channel, and I'll make Howie post all that stuff here later.
Oh yeah. And then Ben, what do you got going on? I saw that you have a few YouTube things coming up here.
Yeah. So I finally just forced myself to do one of the lore dives I've been promising I'm going to do forever. And then I was actually supposed to have one come out today, but it's going to be next Wednesday. We're going to be getting back to the flavor of the week. Give you something to do in the lead up to the stream. And that one's going to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So.
Ooh, I like the sounds of that. We actually had a fun Turtle NPC in a home game named Don A. Tello, which was kind of fun. But that's awesome. And then Jody, JD, you guys got anything going on that's cool?
If only my life was that exciting.
Yeah, right. I don't have time for all that.
This is the great thing that happens to me all week.
Oh. I look forward to this every week.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get started. So, last we left off, our group of adventurers met in the Full Bear's Pub. After some quick and almost forced acquaintances, our adventurers were tasked to investigate the disappearances of a number of lumberjacks, specifically one named Henry. On their way to the lumberyard, they were attacked by a lycanthrope werewolf. Upon defeating this creature, it turned back into its human form. However, the body was unrecognizable, as the killing blow from Juliet's hellish rebuke burned the body into a charred husk from what it used to be. After getting some new information and being attacked by 3 more of these werewolf creatures, our party returned back with the bodies of these fallen lumberjacks and one stranger to them, and in order to return them to their families. After an emotional day, you all enjoyed an evening of drinking and merriment, while Timmick and Shirley attempted to learn more about this alchemist you heard about after finding a note on one of the bodies. You were informed of a local rumor and conspiracy theorist, Jordan, who had mentioned something about an alchemist to Roburn the previous few days. With this new information in hand, and with night upon you, some of you went to rest. Juliet, Timmick, Shirley, you all wake up in your quarters and something's not right. Maury's nowhere to be found. What would you like to do?
My head hurts. Where's Maury?
Maybe he's eating breakfast. Or a body.
He doesn't eat, but you know what? Yeah, he might be eating a body.
Explain to him that the body eating was not all right in this context, and I feel like he was in agreement with that.
Yeah, I just don't know. He might have just been agreeing just for the sake of agreeing.
Does anybody have glasses?
Of wine?
No, God, no, not the wine. I'll never drink. I take that back. I just need glasses.
Well, let's go get some glasses of milk.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll head down and check with Roburn and see if he's seen him.
Yep. And you guys all head down down the stairs, kind of to this big bustling pub that you're used to being in. Roburn is, it's almost like he never goes home. He's kind of told you a little bit. He actually does occasionally, but he usually locks up and leaves it to Clark, his other hand, that kind of takes over the night shift here. But he is down there currently, kind of wiping off the table, cleaning up from last night. Looks like Clark didn't do his job as he was supposed to do. And he kind of is like standing there, kind of like swearing under his breath, and kind of looks up at all three of you and goes, "Ah, hey, what's going on?"
Looking for Moharan.
Oh, yeah. Clark said something about he kind of ran out of here real quick last night. Something like maybe he just needs some air. Not really sure.
Maybe we should wait here for him to come back.
Well, maybe. I mean, Clark mentioned that was around around 3 a.m. last night. It's a little bit past then right now. It's I mean, sun's up, so it's at least like 8, 9.
We should probably go try and find him if he ran out of here at 3 in the morning. Can't believe none of us
Might be a good idea.
awakened, but
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't even know how I got upstairs last night.
I think Moharan carried you.
Did he?
yeah.
No,
Oh.
I don't know.
We gotta go find that big lug.
Need to get you a
Right.
glass of milk before we go.
Glasses. Does anybody have? Do I have DM? Do I have sunglasses?
Nope.
I'm gonna ask.
I mean, you didn't really need them in the Underdark, so no, you don't really have them, no.
I'm gonna ask the bartender. I forgot his name. I
It's
don't
on
need to
brand.
remember.
It's on brand. Hey there, Juliet. How you feeling?
Like death.
Yep,
She needs some milk.
told you.
I need sunglasses.
Maybe not milk. What are you looking for?
Sunglasses, some sort of glasses, something to cover my eyes. Anything in the lost and found?
I can check. And you see him kind of like he takes out and he like reaches down underneath the counter and brings up kind of a large like kind of wooden box. You see a bunch of different things in here. You see a dagger. You actually see some weird baubles. You see a yo-yo actually, oddly enough. And you
hat? Is there like a big hat?
Oh yeah, there's absolutely. It's like a big kind of dusty hat. It's like brown leather. It kind of. Actually no, it's a much darker brown leather, almost black even. And it has kind of like a little green ribbon that kind of wraps around, and it kind of comes to a point like this.
You would look great in this red.
I'm gonna take it out and just sit it on Juliet's head and be like, close as we get to glasses for now.
So no glasses.
I mean, you see some bits of paper and stuff like that, and but like, I mean, you could you can wear the hat. There's also, you could try to shield your eyes, I guess, but no, there's not really anything there's no sunglasses in this Lost and Found, if that's what you're looking for. I know, oddly enough, a tavern without sunglasses in Lost and Found.
This is so unusual.
Very.
Okay, that's fine. I will look for sunglasses other places.
Okay.
All right.
Guess we go look for Maury.
Yeah, good luck. Clark said that he was in quite a hurry, so hopefully he didn't get himself into trouble or anything.
Sure.
Hey,
Well,
good luck today. And you just see him kind of like turn back and just start scrub. There's like a stain or something on the counter. He's just like still like kind of muttering swears and utterances underneath his breath.
I'm like, as we're like walking out the door, like I'm gonna like let everybody else go, and then I'm gonna prestidigitation it like just from the door and then leave.
Okay. You see just like then he like keeps scrubbing. He's like, finally, jeez. And he kind of just like he still thinks he did it.
Good with me.
Okay. All right. You guys are now at the entranceway of the Full Bear's Pub. Juliet.
Immick,
Yep.
can you, as adorable as that little chihuahua is that you turn into, would you be able to turn into maybe some sort of hound? See if you could smell him.
I could smell it as a chihuahua.
Well,
I think any kind of dog can smell.
I don't know that much about dogs. I'm in the I spent most of my life in the Underdark. My pet was a spider.
They could probably smell too, right?
I don't know. I know they can see. I don't know if
Let's
they
try.
can smell.
I turn into a spider.
Okay. You see Timic's form kind of shrink down into the size, a very small little, almost like daddy long leg sized spider. It's got some big legs though. And that's what you guys see in front of you is just Timic as this little tiny spider.
Can you smell anything as a spider, Timic?
You also see this little like flea jumping around trying to like stay on top of it, but it's like really hard to because it's so small.
Are you talking to me with like your speak with animals?
Yep.
Very faintly, I think.
So maybe the basset hound would have not been such a bad idea.
Might have been a little more practical.
So
I'm gonna just like put my spear down for him to like crawl onto the tip of.
I'll use my 8 eyes to look.
Okay. Do you have the spider stats on you by chance?
I do not.
All right, so we're gonna have to figure this one out.
when are we ever prepared?
I know, right? I mean, we're always kind of prepared, but then like we just go crazy. So for you, perception, just go ahead and roll a d20 and add 2.
Just roll.
14. Okay. In your kind of small spider form, you're able to kind of... We've got an echo. In your small spider form, we actually see... you can actually see from this vantage point, you can actually see these kind of little impressions in the ground. That kind of looks like... almost like footprints, and you're kind of able to follow them in your small little spider form. The little flea kind of like keeps jumping around behind you and kind of keeps up with you. And is able to, and you're able to kind of follow this around. You actually do find what appears to be kind of the tracks of what appears to be some sort of, and they appear fresh. You believe that you've probably found Maury's footprints.
What did you find, Timic?
Footprints?
You're able to kind of follow this around. You actually do find them.
Hey, turn that. You can hear an echo.
He found I turned to Red. He found Maury's footprints.
Right.
You want to lead the way, Timic?
Yes, everybody follow me.
He said follow him as a spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
So I'm a lot smaller and slower than you. My speed is only 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say the speed's only 20 feet, technically. So it's gonna take a while, unless one of you wants to pick him up.
Yeah, because I'm used to spiders in the Underdark, I'm going to pick Timic up and just have him on my hand and All right, lead the way, little guy.
Do you pick up the small flea that's also trying
Of
to
course,
keep up?
of course I do.
Okay.
What kind of monster do you think I am?
I don't know. I'm just the external observer, just kind of shaping things as you guys move forward. So what do you, so Timmick, what do? You kind of like point one of your 8 little legs kind of forward. And, okay. So you do that. As you guys continue to follow this,
Long finger.
Yeah, one long finger. As you continue to do that, you actually follow these footprints moving forward. And you guys eventually all, now that you've kind of been following this trail, you've been able to identify him. And you see him kind of heading down towards the south of the village, out towards the woods.
This is so unlikely. I mean, I don't know Maury very well, but this seems uncharacteristically out of like who he is.
Yeah, I mean, I only met him like 2 days ago, so this seems normal to me.
Nothing seems normal
He's a
to me.
solid fellow. Not the type to go running off in the middle of the night.
Of the 3 of you there, are any of you proficient in survival?
I am.
All right. Can I have you go ahead and roll in a survival check, please? And because you have a jack of all trades with you, I'll let you roll it at an advantage.
First, I gotta get my character sheet. That would have been helpful. I can't find my character sheet.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Juliet.
No, legitimately, I can't. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's in PCs. There we go.
Yeah, it's
totally
under PCs.
prepared.
Yep.
I'm totally prepared for this guy.
I nested it into different folders on you just to mess with you.
Oh,
This.
man. Keep it organized.
I know.
Hold on, I'm doing the thing. I
You
promise.
are doing the thing? You are? Are you sure?
I promise. I had to pop it out because it's at the very bottom and it won't let me scroll to the very bottom.
Okay, I'll do it for you. All right, that's a 16. That's actually really good. So you kind of continue to follow along these tracks. You kind of notice this as you're following along. The tracks, they are, bipedal in movement, but as you kind of continue to follow them, the footprints kind of begin to change. At one point, you guys actually run across what appears to be all of Maury's personal belongings and effects, just kind of randomly scattered. And then beyond that, you see what appears to be quadruped footprints kind of walking off into the woods.
Do I recognize them as maybe footprints that we've seen before?
Because of that, you rolled so well. You do notice that they look very canine, almost wolf-like.
Red, do you? I have a question. Those, my mind. Those lumberjacks. They were men, right?
Correct.
Obviously. And then they turned into the creatures that we've seen, right?
Yes.
How do you think they did that?
I mean, again, this is my first time seeing this sort of thing for real. I've heard stories as a child.
What's the stories that you heard?
I mean, that these beasts change on a full moon, but I don't know, other than that, it's kind of an uncontrolled thing, but the ones we encountered seem to be able to control it. It's odd. And I'm going to go around and collect up all Maury's stuff. Just kind of like his maul and his or his bag or whatever, whatever he took with him when he ran out of the building.
Yeah, between the, two of you at this point, because Timmick is a spider, you guys can carry all of his stuff. I won't have, and I'll just make a note out of it here. You guys don't need to put it in your inventory, but I'll just put that you guys have Maury's stuff on you.
All right.
I'll put Timmick down so that way he can do whatever Spider Timmick is going to do. Can I put 2 and 2 together? DM?
Yeah, you can absolutely. I mean, Ashley is no dummy, and neither is Juliet. So,
Okay. That's how I just want to make sure, would she be able to put those together?
I mean, yeah, you're minimally like anyone. I mean, anyone with an intelligence greater than 5 could probably figure out what's happened here.
Well, and like, I mean, one of them was a dwarf as well, so it doesn't just affect humans, whatever this is.
Affects anything? Did you get bit? Did any of you get bit? Timmick, did you get bit?
I know I got hurt by them. I'm not sure if it was a bite or a claw. Such frenzy in that battle, I don't remember.
I did see. I did see Maury get bit.
Maury definitely got the worst of it, though.
Guys, I think Maury's in trouble.
Could be. Let me see.
And Red, I think you might be in trouble too.
Let's focus on finding. Ah, God dang. Let's focus on finding Maury first, then we can worry about our predicament.
I'm just gonna start walking.
Yeah. And you guys start walking. It is actually at this point, Red, you actually do notice that the kind of where the other werewolf bit you, that you remember, you're starting to feel kind of like a little burning sensation in your forearm, and now you begin to kind of put 2 and 2 together that, okay, maybe there's something to this. And but knowing that, you guys continue to move forward and attempts to hopefully find your friend. With that survival check, you guys can actually keep going. You actually do notice these tracks kind of continue. They actually go deeper into the woods. Makes it a little bit tougher, but with that 16 from before, I want to have you guys roll another check. You are able to kind of follow them. You actually do find the remnants of a squirrel that actually was ripped apart into shreds next to a chipmunk as well. It appears that if this is your buddy Maury, that he ate well last night, at least. As you guys continue to move forward, we're going to change gears.
Maury.
You find yourself awoken by birds chirping in the distance. You are kind of roughly woken awake. Sunlight peeks through the trees, greeting you with the morning sunrise. The ground where you are is cool, like a crisp autumn morning, which still abnormal for this time of year. You can smell the smell of dead leaves kind of biting at your nose, that kind of like earthy smell. You also awaken with a pounding headache that biases itself kind of behind your right eye. You also notice that you hear something sniffing in your area, which actually caused you to awaken. As you groggily wake yourself up, you also realize you are completely naked, with no weapons or any possessions on your person. Go ahead and make a perception check. Double ones. You wake up and you see kind of sniffing at you. There's this little small bear-like looking creature, and it's kind of like sniffing at like the back of your ear, and you kind of like turn and look at it. As you kind of gaze upon it, you notice that it's not just a bear. You actually notice that it's kind of got the almost the facial features of what appears to be some sort of small owl on its face, and it kind of just sniffing at you. Not attacking you or anything like that, but just kind of sniffing around you. It's a little smaller one. It's a small kind of looking bear-like creature, not about the same size as you.
Would I be able to tell if it's a juvenile?
Based on the size of what this thing, go ahead and give me a nature check just so you can determine whether or not you understand kind of the nature of this. Nature. You definitely can understand based on the kind of appearance of this creature that it does appear to be kind of a younger, whatever this happens to be.
I'm just gonna. It's right beside me.
It is right beside you, and it's kind of just like kind of sniffing at you. You're still kind of sitting on the ground. It's kind of just like it's not trying to bite you or anything like that. It just seems to be genuinely curious.
So I'm gonna kind of just. I don't want to do any herky-jerky motions. I'm just gonna kind of slowly start to stand up and see what it does as I try to stand up.
Okay. For this, I'm gonna have go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Okay. As you kind of get up, you kind of stand up and you back away, and you can hear the little cub kind of go. "Rah, rah."
Easy, little fella.
And as you do that, Timic, Red, Juliet, you eventually kind of begin to make your way, and you find a little clearing. And in that clearing, you can actually see what appears to be your buddy Maury, kind of standing up and kind of trying to console and back up what appears to be a bear-like looking creature with an owl-shaped face that's kind of like getting a little bit aggressive towards him as he kind of continues to try to back away and try to calm it.
And can I speak to it?
You can go ahead and try.
I'm gonna try speaking to it.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. He means no harm, and neither do we. You go do your thing, and we're gonna take our friend back, and we're gonna go do our thing.
For you as well, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage because you're actually speaking to it and it's can understand what you're trying to say.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Good thing you had advantage. As you kind of say that, the little bear cub kind of looks up at you and sees the three of you also kind of bearing down their position. Timic, are you still a spider?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. So Timic's still a spider.
I assume Timic would be like on my shoulder or something.
Yeah,
somewhere.
that works.
Somebody's holding me.
Yeah, so you're being held at the currently by Juliet. This creature kind of seeing you kind of appear with three others. At first, it's kind of startled because it sees that there's more than just this one kind of dragonborn-looking individual that's kind of coming out of the woods, and it kind of is startled at first. But your words kind of calm it, and it begins to kind of sheepishly kind of back away a little bit.
Slowly come this way.
The three of you give me a perception check.
Oh, wait.
Me?
All three of you, except for Maury.
Okay.
Awesome. With that, you guys, all of you, somehow Maury didn't notice this, but in the kind of clearing a little bit further off, you actually can hear the rustlings of leaves and the sounds of much larger footprints kind of bearing down on your position.
All right, come on. Come on, let's go.
We'll figure this out later.
Let's go.
Anybody got my britches?
We'll figure that out.
The noises get closer.
Come on. We need to go. Right?
I got them in my bag. Let's go.
I'm back
I'm
into it.
running.
I've got my hand out for my maul just in case.
Yeah, I listen to him.
I'm taking off with Timic.
Okay, you're taking off with Timic. Go ahead. Maury, go ahead and give me a Dexterity check to catch your maul in mid-flight, because you guys are about 10 feet away from each other. 14, yeah, that's easy enough. You're actually you're able to catch it. With that in hand, you actually continue to hear this creature. It actually makes its way out of the woods and into the clearing, and sees the two of you standing really close to its cub, as well as another cub. Right now, I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative to see what happens next. So I need to do the things.
Do the things.
Do the things on the things. And
Did mine roll? Because again, I'm on pop out.
yeah, no, you didn't roll yet. If you go to the little fist on the up on the top there, it actually will give it to you. Will actually give you the combat order here, and you can actually press the dice that's up next to it.
Okay.
Oh god, that's so bad. So many dice.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maury rolled a 0.
I do not want.
You're like, nope.
All right.
And start of combat. Mama goes first. So Mama Bear seeing Mama Owl Bear seeing one of its cubs kind of interacting and seeing a number of different individuals kind of surrounding. We'll actually switch over. With Mama Bear kind of seeing everything kind of happening here, she is going to instinctively go to protect her cubs. So first thing she's going to do is she's going to run up to, not move everybody all at once, is going to run up to here and kind of take a snatch at you mid there, Maury. First with its beak. Natural 20. So that's going to be 13 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to come at you with its claw. The claw is only going to be a 10 to hit. What is your AC without your armor? What's your dex modifier? Say it again?
It would be 10.
It would be 10? Okay, so that would hit.
My AC would be 10.
Your AC would be 10 with no armor on? Okay. So yeah, that'll hit. So that's going to be 13 points of slashing damage. And then it's going to kind of like urge its cub to kind of get away and get behind her. Ending her turn. Shirley, you're up.
Okay.
Do
God,
we really want to harm it?
I don't really want to hurt it, but I also don't want it hurting Maury, so I'm gonna cast Bane
Okay.
on all three of them.
Yep. So with Bane. Oh, I clicked on Maury. That's not the right person. Bane. Maury doesn't need that roll. What's your spell save DC?
Well,
12. Okay, so Mama succeeds with a 12. Cub number 1 right here succeeds, and then her second cub back here rolls a 4. So cub back here is baned.
you know.
So I guess we'll use. There isn't really a good one. We'll just use this eye. Sure.
All right, then I'm going to take a step or two over here just so we're not all bunched up in case she decides to run up. And I'm going to cast Healing Word as a bonus. Oh, you know what? I can't cast 2 spells in a turn. Okay. That's going to be... yeah. That's going to be me.
All right. That's going to bring us to this this cub. This cub is actually is just going to kind of back over here behind Mama a little bit more, but that's all it's going to do in its turn. It's kind of trying to stay away as best it can. Timic, in spider form.
I will get
The string got messed up.
What's up?
The string, there was some issues. That mine is back.
Oh, it's back. Okay.
get out of spider form, and then
okay.
I will. Wait, do we damage this? Are we fighting it, or are we trying to get away from it?
You have not currently damaged the owlbear. It is just kind of coming after you guys as a result of it trying to protect its cubs.
Oh, I don't want to attack it, so I'm just going to get out of my spider form and back away a little bit, I guess. Move back a little bit.
Get out of here, you frisky owlbear.
Hold on. Something funky's happening.
Are owlbears like considered animals, or are they like monstrosity or something?
They're technically considered monstrosities.
So I can't speak with them or do animal friendship?
I would say because of we've previously established that you can, go ahead and do it.
Alright, I'll use speak with animals. And tell it that we don't want to hurt you or your babies. We stumbled in here. We mean no harm.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. With it, yeah, just a straight persuasion check, just because it is at a point of like it's fighting you guys, just because of the fact that of what's going on. Okay, that's a 6. Yeah, you say that, and that's kind of you're not sure what's gonna happen. Does that end your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Ending your turn, it comes up to this cub's turn. This cub is also going to try to back away. Once I switch to the thing. It's also going to try and back away 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to use 30 feet to come back here. All right. Ending its turn, Juliet.
I'm doing the same thing Timic did, and I'm trying to speak to it.
All right, go ahead and what do you say to the owlbear?
We just want to get our friend, and we will leave you and your babies alone. We don't want to hurt any of you.
All right, go ahead and make another persuasion check.
I rolled it. Did it roll?
Oh, it rolled.
Yeah, it rolled. Yeah, so you did something. Brings us to Maury.
I will use my action to disengage.
Okay.
I will scoot back here, and I will use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay. You use your second wind. So go ahead and roll your d10.
I gain back
So
7.
All right, I'll put that in for you. Ending your turn. Mama owlbear, seeing that her cubs are kind of safe at this point, is actually going to kind of pensively move her way back here, but she's still very, very guarded as she kind of comes back here.
Oof.
Shirley.
Yeah, I will just basically come over here and kind of provide Morharon with use of my shield, and I will. Yeah, what the heck? I'll cast Healing Word on him.
Okay. You cast Healing Word.
Thank you, sir.
6.
Max. Oh,
Nice. Awesome. Are any of you guys going to make any aggressive actions towards these owlbears?
heck no.
Heck no.
Nope.
Juliet?
Nope.
Okay. That being the case, we will be out of combat now. And
As
we will
soon
jump
as
back over here.
as soon as I see the owlbears like start to like move, like their side moves like away,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn to Morharon and I'm going to hit him on the shoulder. Like, where did you go?
I'm a gosh darn werewolf.
We have a problem.
Yeah.
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 That is marginally problematic.
Man, I tell you, my mouth tastes so bad it gag maggots. I don't know what I ate.
Well,
Well,
we saw a dead squirrel and a dead chipmunk.
we know what you ate.
Well, apparently I ain't got no secrets from you fellas anymore. Anybody got my britches? Because
I'll
I
give him the
forgot.
rest of his pack.
You can borrow my pants, and I'll take mine off and hand it to him.
apparently we're sharing secrets, all right? I'm gonna start getting dressed.
Okay. You're able to don your armor and get everything on. It is going to take you a little while because it is heavy armor, but you can spend the better part, I believe it's an hour, kind of doing that. Nothing comes and attacks you. During that time, I will allow you, as you're donning your armor, to take a short rest, because it is going to take you a while to do so. But after you do so, the day is now yours.
I didn't hurt anybody, did I?
Besides the chipmunk and the squirrel.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I mean, that
Juliet's feelings.
Well,
She doesn't say anything to that.
we have, aside from the village needing our help, we have personal reasons to find this alchemist. And while he's like putting on his armor, I'll kind of like hold up my forearm that's like all bandaged up and stuff.
I wasn't crazy about the alchemist, but looks like we have no other choice.
You too, huh? What about Timic? What about you?
I haven't felt anything.
I was going to say, we're unsure as of yet.
Timic, you do notice you were hit by one of the werewolves, and you do remember being bit on the forearm once, but you're not 100% sure still at this point. You, Red, actually were bitten in a couple of different places, so that's part of the reason why you're beginning to feel what appears to be an onset of whatever this particular condition is. And Maury, you were bitten in about 40 different places, so the curse kind of advanced rather quickly on you.
What about you, short stuff? You get bit?
Not once.
Oh, all right. Well, at least if the three of us go crazy, you can hopefully help us out.
You guys are already crazy.
Oh, man.
More crazy.
Do we have any idea where this fella is?
Let me check my notes here.
Which fella? The alchemist?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't talked to Jordan, the town liar, yet.
Have you had interactions with Jordan before, Timic?
I haven't, but that's how he was described to us, as a town liar.
Ah, okay.
The town
What?
liar knows the alchemist, That's what I have written.
Well, whatever the circumstances may be, we need to find this guy and or woman, and find him quick.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't want another night like that. I sure as heck don't want to be woken up like that again.
I didn't hear a thing.
That was most definitely the least favorite time I've ever been woken up.
Oh, you killed Roburn too, back at the tavern.
Yeah, it was horrible. Blood was everywhere.
Oh dear God. Does he have a wife?
3 of them.
What? Oh, and kids?
7.
26.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I gonna?
Robert is fine. I jest.
You kidding me?
You didn't do it.
I was just standing here naked in front of you. You think the best thing to do is make jokes?
I'll just pull on your 3rd leg.
This is a very serious time. Oh, well, you know, it actually was pretty funny.
I mean, we could all just bite Juliet to put her in the same situation as us.
I have no problem putting the sword through you.
Ah, see? A jest.
That was another joke.
Wasn't as funny as mine.
You guys don't know if she was joking or not.
We all just kind of uncomfortably like,
Like we wouldn't put it past the drow. So
Oh my God.
do we sit around the forest and wait for more mama owlbears to come attack us, or do we get
I
out of
think
here?
we head back to town.
I think we should go speak with Jordan and see if there's any truth in what he has to say. Or she.
We need to find Jordan. Nobody mentioned where he lives. Maybe Sylvia knows.
Mayhaps.
Our old man Jib.
You might know too.
You don't know anything.
That's true. He probably doesn't even know where he put his dentures.
Well, Miss Sylvia would probably appreciate a visit at very least.
Didn't she have the rat problem?
Yeah, we just don't go in the basement. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
She had a weird pillow collection too.
A pillow collection.
Yeah. Really weird.
That was all about.
What did they look like?
Pillows.
I was unsure that was an option on things to collect.
Yeah, I would have never thought to collect that.
Yeah. Rest assured, she collects them. So.
Well, last night when I was looking at that board, it did say rats again. So she might appreciate a visit anyway.
Just kind of roll my eyes. All right, let's go.
And you guys very easily are able to navigate your way back towards town, back to the small little outpost here of Timberwood, where, again, another normal day. Where are you guys going? Are you going to Sylvia? Are you trying to find Jordan? What are you guys looking to do?
I guess we're gonna go to Sylvia's, and see if she knows where Jordan lives.
Okay. All right. I'm just getting to my notes here. It's like, oh yes, where did I nest everything again? It's always fun, right? So you guys very easily are able to find Sylvia's house, and you're able to kind of find this kind of large, ornate-looking door that we described to you previously. much taller than you would anticipate Maury and Juliet for a normal size individual. It's kind of a little bit taller, almost at least probably an 8-foot tall doorway as you guys kind of approach.
Oh yeah,
She's out right now.
I warned them that she's half giant.
Ah,
And
can't
she
take care of all
has
rats.
her own rat problem.
She's old.
See?
And like I'll explain the situation as we go. It's more of a company problem than an actual rat problem.
Is that
Rats
what-
attract adventurers. Adventurers.
She's lonely.
So the adventurers bring the rats?
No, she brings the rats to bring the adventurers to her door.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Like a
She's
cat
not
and mouse.
all there, I guess. Or is she?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I said, is she not all there?
No, she knows what she's doing. It's
Oh boy.
you know, it's the tactic of a lonely old woman.
Yeah.
But we will go give her some company. So
Something more I love than old people.
knock on the door.
And you hear from within inside, kind of like hobbling up to the door. And she kind of like creaks it open, and you see Sylvia standing there, hair kind of tied, pulled back, kind of long white hair, very simple looking clothing, very disheveled and dirty. She goes, "Oh yes, I remember you two. Are you here for the rats again?"
Maybe we can take care of those for you. But we
Oh, good. I appreciate you all coming back now again. It was good the last time we saw each other.
yes, we actually came to ask you if you knew where Jordan fellow might reside.
Jordan? Oh, he hasn't come back over here in quite some time. He's been talking about a bunch of different things. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the company, but he's kind of a strange fellow.
You lie a lot.
Well, more he just, he loves making up tall tales, and he likes to make up stories, but he means well. He just doesn't realize that it's, well, not everybody takes that, some people take him a little bit more seriously than he intends, and it turns into, he gets himself into trouble occasionally, but he's harmless.
Where does he reside?
Well, kind of everywhere. I don't really know. I don't get out much, but I know he, from what people tell me, he kind of just wanders the streets a little bit. He's not really, he doesn't really have a home, if that makes sense.
So he sounds like a bard.
Huh?
Sounds like a bard to me.
Well, I guess, but, not a very good one. Usually bards tell real stories.
Some of us have been better trained than others.
Oh, well. Oh, are you one?
I have played an instrument or two in my time.
Oh, I could really use a little pick-me-up. Can you play something for me?
I surely can. And
Those bagpipes again.
I was gonna say
Something
I
like
gotta
that.
redeem myself with these bagpipes, so I'm gonna unsling them and warm them up.
Juliet's very scared at this point.
We're in town. Nothing's gonna jump us here.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh my god!
40
Oh.
werewolves come out of the forest and all just kind of hold it on your position. No. You kind of play, and it's not bad, but it's also just not good either. I would liken it to like maybe someone who is like, it's not the first time you've ever picked up a set of bagpipes, but it almost sounds like you picked them up like 2 weeks ago and you learned a couple songs, but pretty much just like your scales, and that's about it. And that's about all you really are able to muster, and you kind of like flub a couple notes, and she's just like, oh, a very unique instrument.
Yes, well.
Yeah, well, it was okay. Good job, Sonny. And she kind of like pats you on the shoulder, and it's just like, and you like almost stumble over, even though you're tall and jacked yourself. She's as tall as you, but like she is so hunched over that if she actually stood up straight, she'd probably be about 2 or 3 feet taller than you.
I'm just gonna like kind of move over to like Moharan real quick, and he's not looking. I'm going to Eldritch Blast those bagpipes.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I and like I'll kind of like 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 slam or whatever and be like, I assure you, I can play the bagpipes. It's been a trying couple of days.
Oh yes, I feel ya. Those dang rats are downstairs again.
They just blew up from the bagpipes.
Oh really? And she kind of like looks, and you can see there's a couple holes in the floor, and she kind of looks down like, oh, I don't see him crawling around there. Maybe you're right. It's at this point you guys actually all just see like, and like kind of like scurrying out from behind, from the side door, like by where the basement is, and you can kind of see them all like kind of trailing off into, out in the streets there.
Congratulations, Red. You scared away the rats with your bagpipes.
And again, you will see Red. His namesake. He'll flush like just like. Anyway, yes, well, maybe a description of this Jordan fellow could help us on our way.
Oh, yeah, he's very dirty. He's a half-elf, dirty, black hair. He's always kind of, he doesn't bathe much. He's actually got a couple of scars down his face, too. His clothes are kind of tattered, kind of tied together almost like with rope and stuff like that. And he's got a little, I mean, he doesn't shave because he can't. So he's got like a little bit of, I mean, but he's a half-elf, so he doesn't have much hair. But he's got some hair here, but, and he's got like an odd mark on his left eye, I believe. It almost looks like something's growing out of it. It's very strange, very, 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 very strange.
Well,
Sounds like we need to go find this crazy elf.
Yes, we should.
Half-elf.
On our way.
Oh, you're leaving already? You don't want some tea?
No,
Maybe.
I don't think I do.
Go ahead, Red. We'll wait outside.
All right, I was gonna say if you guys wanna, I'll catch up to you later. So I'll
We
sit
can go
down.
check. We can go check at the tavern, see if they have any more information while you enjoy Sylvia's company.
I just like kind of like resign myself and like walk in. Like at least she appreciates my bagpipes.
She probably can't hear very well.
Not anymore.
And she kind of invites you in. She kind of invites you in. She goes, "Oh, now remember the story I told you about the caterpillar? Well, let me tell you something funny." And you kind of hear the trail of her voice kind of trailing off as Shirley shuts the door behind him. As Shirley is now keeping Sylvia company for the next little while she talks his ear off. While he's in there, what do the three of you do?
We'll talk to Robert.
Yep.
All right, so you guys head back to the Full Bears pub, and you see Roburn kind of there, still kind of cleaning up, but for the most part, he's kind of done. He's actually starting to set up some of his workstation with a bunch of different stuff. Like he does make mixed drinks here, believe it or not. He doesn't just serve stuff off the rack, so he actually has some lemons and some other. He's got like a really good setup here for what he's got going on here, and I mean. He's well known for certain reasons, and other than the ladies, it looks like he actually is a pretty decent bartender if you ask him to do something complicated. But he's kind of setting that all up, and he's just kind of like, "Oh, I see you found your friend. That's That's good. Are you all right, bud? You getting a little bit into it?
Stiff drink, please.
Oh, again? Oh, what do you want?
I want something real strong.
Oh, okay. The dragon claw. 1 minute, and he he takes out a shaker and he grabs, like, basically almost every single bottle of liquor that he has, like, underneath the counter. And he starts to kind of make this kind of like concoction of a mixture of a bunch of different stuff. He puts some other different things in it, and you actually do see that he makes a very stiff looking, almost, it still somehow comes out to be a red drink, oddly enough, even with all the different mixtures and stuff like that. And he kind of garnishes it with a lemon and goes, "There you go, sweet cheeks."
I'll take one of those too.
I just pound it right away.
Don't end up like her, all right? Most people can only handle one of those a day. You didn't learn your lesson from last night, did you?
Nope.
All right.
I'm still hungover.
He starts to kind of make
one cure for that.
He starts to make
Milk.
one. Go ahead and make a perception check, Juliet.
Like it's probably all juice. Perception. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. So you actually see he goes to take some of the same liquors and stuff like that. He pours them, but he's actually very quick about it. He goes and like cuts them off like pretty much after like not even a quart, like a tenth of an ounce basically of everything, and just kind of cuts them off and kind of fills it with some other different looking juices and stuff like that. Garnishes it the same way and hands it to you.
I down it.
Now listen, River.
Milk, you said, and he grabs a glass, and he actually, almost like he did the last time with the water, he kind of like reaches down into like what appears to be some sort of slosh bucket, and he kind of picks it up and he goes, "Just squeezed it this morning. There you go."
There you go, Juliet. That'll make you feel better.
Nope.
I
This
wanted
made me
milk.
feel better.
Oh.
I feel like it's at this point that like Red comes in, he's just like, "Oh, that's the worst tea ever," and just like grabs the milk and
I'm glad you drank the milk because I wasn't gonna drink it.
Red, it's kind of sour, but it's all right. You don't have to make a con save or anything like that. It just kind of tastes different than cow's milk.
So,
not what I was expecting.
What about Jordan?
We're looking for somebody.
Oh yeah, Jordan. You find him yet?
No.
No? You typically... Well, I assume that's why you're here. You want me to tell you where he is, basically, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, we already know what he looks like.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. That'll help you a little bit. There's a
already
couple
heard
little
that
alleyways he
he's,
kind of frequents. What?
We already heard that if he's talking, he's lying. Is that right?
Generally speaking, but this is the first time that you guys have all mentioned something that he actually corroborated, being that Alchemist. At least existing. Whether or not he really knows anything about it is a different question.
Sure. Now I know you might not know exactly where he's at, but you know places he favors, places his type around here might be found.
Yeah, there's a couple places. If you go between house number 12 and 13, there's a little bit of an alleyway down there where he kind of tends to hang out. There's sometimes he can be found during the day around some of the. Sometimes we get some pop-up salesman types kind of around. Oh boy, there we go. We get some pop-up salesman types. Now everybody's all in the wrong order, but that's okay. We get some pop-up salesman types around here, but
I am actually.
otherwise, he'll kind of beg around there a little bit, but otherwise he's usually between 12 and 13.
All right.
Oh, I'm red.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's all moved around.
I now have cure wounds.
Nope.
I actually, I was going to say you do not.
All right. Well, let's head down that way. See what we can find.
And and you are able to do so. Where are you headed first? You guys headed 12 and 13, or you guys headed to the market?
I think 12-13 first. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Nothing like a seedy, dark alley to have a lying dirt bag.
Yeah, I mean it's
Down liar.
still early enough that he probably hasn't started his rounds yet.
We might even find him sleeping. Who knows?
Anything's possible.
So you guys are able to head down. 12 and 13 aren't too far. And like I said, like these houses are literally numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not a whole lot of buildings here, but you are kind of able to find this area between buildings 12 and 13. And you walk down there. You guys are able to find. You guys find what kind of appears to be like a little crate that's been kind of hollowed out. You find like kind of an old blanket and a couple of like different little personal tchotchkes and stuff like that. Some like scraps of bones. But otherwise, there's no one here. Oddly enough.
Looks like we were wrong. He must have started out early today.
It is kind of getting closer to the middle of the afternoon. You guys, between heading out into the woods to find Maury and then coming back here, Sylvia talked your ear off for about an hour, and then between like conversating with Roburn and their drinks and stuff like that, it's been a little while. So you guys are kind of getting into the mid-afternoon. So he's it's no longer morning.
All right, then to the market we go.
All right, and you guys do so. So, as you guys kind of approach, there are you kind of hear the sounds of the blacksmith that's here that you guys haven't visited. You can hear the sounds of the anvil being tink, tink. But you also do see, as you're kind of walking through, you see what appears to be a merchant, a large, kind of portly-looking fellow, kind of standing there. He's got like a long, kind of green cape, brown vestments with a little like kind of white like undershirt, small goatee, kind of long black hair that kind of ends like down here, and he kind of goes, "Oh, step right up! You, sir, you look like you need some help with that beard right there. You look like you need a little bit of help. I've got the special tonic for you, my friend. I got this thing right here. I'll make it grow a full beard." And he's actually pointing at you, Maury.
Maury, I didn't know you had a beard.
A beard? You think I should grow a beard?
Absolutely. It would definitely accentuate the kind of sharp features of you're a Dragonborn, right?
I just kind of look at myself and then look up at him. No, I'm just a really big kobold.
Oh, well, shit. I guess I was wrong. But still, can really kind of accentuate that jawline, especially if it's well-groomed like you see in my eye.
All right, well, let me tell you just before we get started, I have no money.
Not a dollar. Or not a cent. Nothing.
So,
I mean, we can continue this conversation if you're feeling charitable, but I assume a man of your stature finds a use for coin, and, well, I got none.
yeah, okay. You there, sir. Come on, step right up. And he's already ignoring you guys. In the corner, you actually see...
Good job,
you actually see a half-elven looking individual, dirty black hair, kind of a small little goatee kind of growing. He's got a small scar down the front of his face, and he's kind of just like sitting there kind of like he's like holding something in his hand, but he's not 100% sure. You can't really tell from where you're standing, at least.
There he is.
Hey, Timmick, you want to
Tackle him?
turn into that spider again, sneak over there and see what he's doing? I think he might stay a little bit more in character if we sneak up on him, other than four scary-looking people coming up and just walking up to him.
How far away are we from him?
He's about 20, 30 feet away from you guys right now.
All right, I'll turn into a spider. Well, I'll tell Maury before I turn into a spider to throw me at him.
All right.
All right, so I'll turn into a spider.
So, okay, so point of order. Are you being thrown as a spider, or are you
Yes.
being thrown mid-flight, and
No,
then
no,
mid-flight you're
no.
turning into a spider?
I guess we can do that.
Okay.
Nah, we'll just throw the spider.
You're gonna throw
We'll
the
play it
spider. Maury, what's the trajectory on your throw?
I'm gonna kind of just do like an underhand toss to get him close, but not right at him. I don't want to like chuck him high so that he has the chance of crashing down. It's a little soft toss.
Okay, a little soft toss. Either way, I'm still gonna need a dexterity saving throw from Spider Timic. So roll a d20 and add 2 to it.
Oh yeah, look at
16. With that, you're able to kind of land on your 8 feet and not take any fall damage, luckily, as you're kind of hucked over into the general direction. You're able to kind of sneak up, and you kind of can hear him kind of going like, he's coming for everyone. They're all going to be like them. But they don't believe. They don't believe me. And you see he's kind of like fidgeting almost like with a little piece of like, with a little piece of kind of like wheat or something. Like just a piece of like grass or something like that. He's kind of just like, he's kind of almost like rubbing away into nothing.
Am I like on his lap?
You're at this point, like he's sitting down on the ground, so like you're like at his foot. You can still kind of see him and hear him, and he like within your spider's limits, you can still hear him from that far away. He doesn't notice that you're there. You actually do notice kind of crawling around him a couple of other different insects, a little bit smaller than you, and probably you'd be a predator to them, that are kind of like crawling a little bit in his vicinity and direction, kind of snacking on what appears to be almost like a toe fungus that's kind of like on his feet. Otherwise, though, he doesn't notice you.
I want to crawl up onto his lap.
Okay. Crawling up his lap. Go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage. So make a
+4 for stealth.
+4 for stealth. Yep. D20 +4 with advantage.
I don't know how to type in advantage, so I'll
just roll a D20. Yeah, just do it twice. No need. So you, unless you natural 20, I mean, it doesn't matter. But can't crit on a skill check. So you were able to kind of crawl up, and he doesn't really kind of notice. Doesn't notice your intentions of kind of getting to where you want to get to, basically. And he kind of still is just kind of shaking there, rocking like, the wolfmen come. The wolfmen keep coming. Someone must stop it. Someone must stop.
All right, I hear him say someone must stop it, and I turn back into a dwarf, right on his lap.
Okay.
As soon as I see that, I'll start walking over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he kind of tries to crawl away from you.
Get
I
to
don't
him, hand
Yeah.
on his shoulder.
I'm here to help you stop the wolf man.
You know about the Wolfman?
I do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, indeed.
Tell us what you know about the Wolfman.
Why don't we go talk somewhere a little more private,
Make a persuasion check.
your alleyway?
Make a persuasion check. It's persuasion or intimidation, whichever one you want. 9. So he just kind of like,
So
he kind of just continues to back away a little bit and kind of tries to crawl away.
I'll like reach into my pack, very slowly, like, giving him like it's okay. and then I'll pull out like it says I have 2 sets of like fine clothes, so I'll pull out like a nice jacket or shirt or something, and kind of be like, if you talk to us, if you tell us what you know about the Wolfmen, you can have this. And like I'll offer it to him like before.
Okay.
I turn to Juliet and say, I thought he was going to pull out those daggone bagpipes again.
No, break him. When he's not looking, I'm gonna break him.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage. 23.
That's better.
Like that.
You'll give me the jacket.
Yeah, and I hand it to him.
He just kind of
Oops.
grabs it and goes, "Okay. Follow me. Quickly. Don't make any sudden movements." And he just he leads you back into his alleyway between 12 and 13. He kind of walks on over. He kind of like sets the jacket down and just puts it down and goes, "Okay. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to know?"
Where is the
The Alchemist.
You know about him too. He's been coming around here. I followed him one time. I followed him into the woods. There's a cave, but he's got people there, and I didn't want to go any further. But he has a place in a cave.
He does.
He's
to
been-
this day?
I can take you if you want to this cave. It's kind of far, but I can take you. You're not gonna hurt me, right?
No.
No, we're here to help you.
Okay. But yeah, he has a cave. Do you want to go now, or I mean?
Yeah, now's good.
Think
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay. Be careful. Come. And he kind of begins to lead you kind of out of town. You get a few looks as you kind of leave town. People kind of look and see what's happening. They see Jordan kind of leading a group of 4 people, and they just kind of go, "Don't get these people killed, Jordan. Shut up. It's real this time." And he kind of continues continues his way forth, leading you guys out into the woods.
Do they do this to you often, Jordan?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I know what it's like to be different.
Thank you.
Lead the way.
Okay. And he continues to kind of lead the way. English. Words, things, stuff like that. He continues to lead the way. You guys continue to meander into the woods. It takes, as you guys are kind of traveling over the better part of an hour, he seems to kind of stops for a second, and he kind of like looks around like he's trying to remember something. Takes a moment. I think it's this way.
Think?
Hold on. He kind of like starts to look. He's like, you, nice lady, can you help me for a second? He kind of like is like looking for. He's like, I know it's either this way or this way, but I don't remember. I should be able to go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage as he's kind of trying to remember kind of like the tracks that he left before. 10. Okay. He goes, yeah, this way. And he kind of then continues to kind of go along and lead you off in a direction. As you guys kind of continue going out that way, you guys make your way. As you guys kind of approach another hour and a half of travel, you can start to hear the sounds of these people, like the sounds of kind of like, and as day turns to night, you hear the sounds of like kind of like this like cackling, like and like it's like, no, Agatha, that's not how it goes. And you can so I'm gonna also need a you guys can hear this kind of, it's not like they're kind of being quiet, but you can hear kind of off in the distance the sounds of what sounds like 3 individuals talking. They haven't seen you or heard you yet at this point, but it is up to you what you wish to do.
What the heck is that?
Can we see them yet? Or we can just hear them?
You can just hear them.
All right.
Well, that's a little bit discomforting.
Yeah.
Jordan, you know what the heck that is?
No.
At the Alchemist?
No, that's... He kind of like stops for a second and his eyes get kind of big, like, we should go. We should stay here.
Timmick, can you turn back into a spider?
Yeah.
Or maybe a fly?
Well, I can't fly.
Oh.
I can turn into a fly. I can just walk, though.
Most inconspicuous bug.
Like a beetle or something?
Something. Maybe we can have him just go here and not turn into his dwarf form. Stare at him.
What about just like a cat?
Cat would be perfect.
What happens if these are like people that sacrifice cats?
What if the people that sacrifice spiders?
Because they won't be able to see the spider very well. But if you want to be a cat,
Why not a chihuahua? They're stealthy.
They're small, yes.
I've heard of forest cats. I don't know if I've ever heard of a forest chihuahua.
I've never heard of a forest chihuahua.
Actually, it sounds like a pretty nifty thing, but maybe if we're looking for a little bit of secrecy, a cat or something of that sort might be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I can do that for you. What do you want me to do? You want me to sneak over there and see what it is?
Yeah, just see what these 3 are talking about.
Okay.
I'll turn into a cat then and I'll make my way over there.
Okay.
I turn to the group. If anything happens to Timmick, I will shove this blade in their throat.
You really like cats.
No, Timmick has grown on me. And
Literally.
I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
All right.
All right.
All
So
right.
I'm going to stealth over there.
Okay. Go and give me a stealth check with your cat. With cat stealth.
Cat stuff.
Hey-o.
Natural 20 plus 4. So you're able to kind of sneak over there into this area. You actually, what color cat do you choose to be?
Black.
Black cat. Okay. As you kind of, which is very appropriate for the cover of night. As you continue to kind of meander your way closer, you can see these three individuals. They look humanoid, but they're all kind of like hunched over in front of this kind of like large kind of black cauldron. And they seem to be like taking different pieces of something, and they're just kind of like throwing them in there, and it goes, "No, that's not how it works. It's not gonna do that way." And you can see one of them just kind of like hits the other one upside the head, and then the other one's kind of like, "Now we gotta start this whole thing all over again." And that's what you hear right now.
We should definitely
I'll wait another couple minutes to see if they say anything else. I'll just stay in the same spot I'm at.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I am going to sit and start to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Yep, you can start detecting magic from over the next 10 minutes. Now we gotta find another elk to bleed out into this thing.
I'll turn. Was that a, did he just say elf?
I'm gonna summon my sword.
Okay. Swords out.
And I am just ready in action if anything happens.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna start out. Well, we could try something else. I don't know. This one was gonna take us at least another week or two to figure out. We could do something easier. Well, let's see. And they kind of like, one of them's like, kind of sits down and goes, "Oh, you and your books again? Don't even bother. I remember one that my mother used to do. I've got this." And you can see her kind of like, "Okay, first we need, well, what does that book say about, the green one, the green potion? Yeah, that one, yeah, the green potion. Yeah. And they kind of continue to kind of, it seems like they're a group of, the more you kind of sit around, you definitely can sense that these individuals kind of like are around each other a lot, and they might be related.
Does it seem like they would be hostile?
You have no way of determining that at this point. They don't appear hostile.
Do they have
I mean,
weapons?
other than towards each other, they don't have. Go ahead and give me a perception check, because you are kind of a little bit of ways away here, kind of stealthing, staying kind of a little bit back away from this clearing in order to be able to discern this. $17. You can actually see as they're kind of meandering around, you actually are able to tell that none of them have any actual weapons on them. As you kind of look closer, they all appear to be very, very old looking, like almost, and they have kind of like wrinkles. They all have kind of like white hair. They look very similar, kind of like knobby looking fingernails with really long, really knobby looking finger knuckles with very long fingernails that kind of come out almost like little claws, or big claws, depending on how you want to look at it. And there appears to be a bunch of different like pieces of different like animals and creatures. Like there seems to be a couple eyes. There's a frog, like frog legs. There's also a couple other different things. There's like a heart of some creature. You're not really sure what it is. There's a bunch of different things that they're kind of just like throwing in this cauldron, trying to create something.
Would you say this is a small campfire?
It is a very small campfire, yes.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's all good. I'm just waiting to see if I'm like eyeballing to make sure Timmick comes back. Like, get some information here.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not getting any more information.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check on your way back. As you kind of meander your way back in your cat form, try to be as agile as you can. You actually, at one point, you actually step on a stick. And you guys are like, huh? What was that? Mabel, you go check it out. Ah, it's probably nothing. And she kind of sneaks out and kind of follows you in that direction.
Oh no.
And that's where we're gonna go to break. So, anyways, yeah. So I want to thank Ashley for sticking it out. We're actually right at 10 o'clock, so she's actually going to be jumping over to Jasper's Game Day right now. So we'll actually finish out the rest of today's session with just the three folks here. For the free dice giveaway that we were telling you guys about, or I forgot to tell about probably at the top of the show, we are still doing that. Today's code word, secret code word, owlbear. So put owlbear there in the chat. Make sure you're also a follower of the channel for your chance to win those free dice, and we'll see you in a little bit.
If something happens to Timmick, I'm gonna cry.
We'll find out. See you guys after the break. And welcome back, everyone. So, the winner of the dice giveaway is actually going to be Bumpy Crow. Bumpy Crow, congratulations. I will be getting that out to you here very shortly. But, last we left off, you guys were being... Let me just get the amazing sounds going here. You guys were on your way. Mabel was on her way, following you, Timmick, and just like kind of is continuing to follow you, kind of towards the group. And I need everybody, if you're choosing to stay hidden or try to hide, to give me a stealth check, please.
I actually would like to make a... I don't know. Would it be deception or performance check? To do like a faint musical noise with prestidigitation, like away from us.
Away from you.
You might stay away if you play those bagpipes.
I'm gonna strap them on my shield now.
Every time you get hit. Okay. For that, I'm gonna need you to give me a. What is the components for prestidigitation? Is there a
verbal and somatic?
Okay. For this, I'm still going to have you give me a stealth check, because what you're attempting to do is to try to throw her off, but she could still also sense the fact that you're casting a spell, too, if she can hear you. So go ahead and give me a deception check. Or not a deception check, sorry. Stealth check. 13.
Not as good as the other one.
Yeah, it's hey, yeah, not as good as the other one. The other one's a natural 20, but that stinks. So she, you kind of like, what's the sound you're making with your prestidigitation?
So like I don't know, like a bone wind chimes or something, like kind of like off, like kind of almost back towards like where she came from.
Okay. So you do that, and she kind of goes, "Nice try, whoever's out there. I know you're out there. I'm coming."
Well,
and she kind of continues to meander on and goes, and she actually does see you, Shirley. And did you try to hide?
Nope.
You tried.
He just like pulled a branch down in front of his face. Like...
I was like this.
Oh, well, hello there, children.
Would I realize what kind of creature this is? Or aberration fiend based?
Is it aberration or fiend based? No.
That's it.
That's it? Okay. She kind of like looks to the two of you guys. Well, what are you all doing way out here in the middle of the woods this late at night? Come, my sisters will want to meet you.
That's okay. We're looking for an alchemist, and it seems like you're having enough trouble of your own.
Yeah. Agatha's a pretty shitty potion maker, if you tell him. Potion, poison, whatever the case may be. But, no, I mean, I kind of know. Oh, hello, Jordan. How are you doing? Fine. How's that little flower growing on your face? Do you enjoy it? Itches. Well, give it some time. It'll bloom just fine.
Oh my word.
Okay.
Little flower face.
Now, you said you were looking for this alchemist.
Sure, indeed.
Yes.
Well, luckily you ended up kind of in the right track, although you veered a little off course. You see, he's up that way. Now, are you sure we couldn't help you with anything else? Maybe there's something that you've always wanted to try or do, or maybe,
Do you have an issue with the alchemist?
Well, he has been taking away some of the really good bits lately. I'd appreciate it if you could, kill him. Make him fuck off out of here. That'd be great. And it's at this point the other two sisters kind of come up and goes, "Oh, Mabel, what'd you find over there?" "Oh, just some people wandering through the woods. Come on." And you see these other two kind of meander their way up there. Mabel herself, as you kind of examine her closely, she has... it's not doing what I wanted to do. Oh, there it is. Jeez. As you kind of look at Mabel, she kind of has this like... looks very similar to her sisters, but she kind of has this like... reddish kind of skin. Agatha has this kind of green skin, and then Roberta, who she introduced her, and this is Roberta. We all like Roberta. And Roberta kind of comes up. She has this kind of like blue skin. She's but they all kind of look very similar, and with the same kind of white hair and the knobby fingers and sharp clawed fingers, and they're kind of like. Roberta goes, "You guys go screw yourselves. I'm gonna stay over here." "All right, fine." And they both kind of walk up to you, and Agatha and Mabel, that is, and they both kind of like, "Yes, like I was telling these three of these individuals," and she kind of looks at you in your cat form, and just kind of like gives a little wink at you. "I was just telling the three of these fine gentlemen that, well, obviously we have Jordan here as well, and this drow woman here about some things we could offer them if they'd be willing, for a price, obviously." "Are you all interested?"
Really, we need to speak to the alchemist.
I think that's more import right now.
We may have imbibed one of his potions accidentally, and it's having some stuff we'd like to talk to him about.
One of you's a werewolf, eh? I can smell it on, I can smell it on three of you, actually. If this one very much, and she kind of points at you, Maury. It's like, this one very much so. But, tell you what. If you can take care of him for us, we can get you the cure that you need. All of you, the three of you.
Do I believe her?
Give me an insight check.
Nice.
I'm actually, just because I really want to know this, I am going to, before you tell me anything, I am going to add... So now it's a 28.
Okay. You can tell that she appears to be being sincere, although there's a little bit of layer to what she's saying. So she's not necessarily deceiving you, but she's also like not telling you everything. If that makes sense. You kind of get that from like the way she kind of inflects the way she speaks. So that she's like, "If you're doing me this favor, I'll help you out."
So I know basically that she has a cure. I just don't know what it's going to cost me or anybody else, or what it's going to entail.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. Well, when you say we take care of him, you mean just skedaddle him on out of here, or you mean take...
No, kill him! Kill him! We need him gone!
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
don't
that's right. We need him gone. Yeah, we need him gone. Yep. Need him gone.
Oh, point us in the right direction. If you can,
I already did. He's that way.
if you can cure us of this, we'll cure you of what you need.
My goodness, you long-winded boy. He's that way. Go kill him.
Good. Yeah, all right. I start walking the way she's pointing.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. Just like out.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, she definitely can cure us. I just don't know what it's gonna cost us, what it's gonna do to us, entail. I mean, she has a cure, but she's hiding something.
So I'm gonna wait until we're.
Well, I assumed we're walked away and like.
Yeah, you guys are now far enough away, and Jordan kind of looks at you and is like, oh, that was close. Last time this happened. They said they can make me look beautiful. I didn't really imagine that this is what they meant.
Yeah, like that.
Eggs.
She'll get rid of our wolf problem, but it may come with something we don't like.
Exactly. I say we go see what the Alchemist has to offer before making any deals with the likes of them.
I'm in agreement with that.
I feel like it'll be easy enough to inform them the ire of 3 hags is not something they wish, and they'll be ready to move on quickly enough after that.
All right, we'll keep heading this way and see what happens.
Okay. So you guys all continue to. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to ask Jordan, like, the Alchemist's not, like, violent, right? Like, they're not, like, I mean, they have a business, right? Like, that's why they're out here?
No. He's been very shifty. The only reason I was able to, well, he kind of wandered past my alley one night, and I was able to follow him, but he doesn't run a business. He hides out in this cave. I don't know what he does in there, but he doesn't sell things.
That complicates things marginally. Oh, we'll see what it looks like when we get there. And continue on, like, I mean, like, while we're walking, I would be talking to him.
Yeah, no, and as you guys continue to walk, Jordan kind of like, you get to a point where you guys get close to the mouth of this, of a cave, and Jordan kind of goes, he last I saw him, he was in there. I don't want to go in, I don't want to go in there.
Understandable.
You stay here, that's fine.
Know roughly how many men he has with him?
I don't even know if they're men. I just know that he had things.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. All right.
Lady, will you stay with me? Yes, darling. Don't worry. I will stay with you. And Juliet and Jordan kind of like spend some time and she kind of like stays there to protect him and stay back.
All right. Well,
okay.
Let's I'll tell you what.
And I can't tell you this in character, but I'm still a cat, so I can go in there and like try to look around.
Yeah, I mean, I assume we'd see you like still walking with us or what have you.
Okay, so I just kind of point then, seeing the cat.
Yeah, I'll stealth in a little ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. And then, does your cat form have dark vision?
It doesn't say.
Doesn't
So I'm
say.
assuming that.
So that would be no, yeah. Okay. So as you kind of enter this cave, you can see with what little you can see that there's actually a little bit of light in here that's kind of reflecting off the cave walls in here. You can see that what appears to be kind of a small, as you kind of enter this cave, a small little campfire in the corner. It's very hard to kind of get the details inside here, but you're able to kind of see as you kind of enter the mouth of this cave, this little flickering light that kind of you can see reflecting off the walls, and you're kind of like in this kind of like tunnel kind of heading your way in, and that's what you can see right now. You also do see what appears to be kind of shadows kind of moving, almost like cutting the light off, and then it flares back up again as you're kind of meandering your way down this little tunnel.
Okay, there's no movement.
No movement in the tunnel that you're in right now. None of them, if there's anything in here, well, you can assume that there's some sort of creatures up ahead. They haven't sensed your presence right now.
Okay. I don't hear anything.
You hear kind of the crackling of this fire, or the source of light. It actually is the sound of a campfire. And you can actually hear the sounds of what almost sounds like croaking, like kind of in the distance.
Can I go a little further?
Yep. You go a little bit further, and you kind of find yourself at the mouth of this kind of larger area here in this cave. Go ahead and give me another stealth check as you kind of creep a little bit more forward. Good. Sticking kind of to the shadows and stuff like that in your black cat form, you're able to kind of keep yourself hidden. As you kind of walk in, you actually see 3 of these kind of green-looking frog-type humanoid individuals, kind of all meandering around this campfire, kind of all like speaking in a language that you don't really quite understand. Just generally having some sort of conversation. Just
Okay, I'll go back out of the cave and I'll go back to being a dwarf and I'll let them know.
Okay. And for the sake of this, I'll just have you go ahead and you can do that. So you are able to kind of meander your way back out of the cave and back to the group without issues.
Frog people.
Frog people.
Are they more dangerous than dog people?
Possibly. Are we still close enough that we can talk to Jordan?
Yeah, you are.
So I would just ask him, be like, what does the alchemist look like? Or what did he look like when you saw him?
It was hard to tell. He kind of wore this mask over his face, this white mask with a kind of with a cloak over him that kind of covered him, and it was somewhat kind of like a kind of like a reddish kind of cloak that kind of wore around, and like kind of this like white mask. It was hard to really tell what he was, or like who he was, or anything.
All right, then. We have our best description of the alchemist. We know there's 3 of them, you said, Timmick?
3 frog folk.
You didn't see any sign of the alchemist?
I didn't go past the frog folk.
All right.
Well, mean, our only choices are to do this now or do it in the morning, and who knows if or what will happen to us tonight.
Agreed. I'm prepared to do it now if the two of you are.
I guess so.
I am.
Do we
All
need to take anybody need to take, a quick 30 minutes to an hour, just kind of sit, reflect, figure anything out, or are you guys ready to go right now?
I think a short rest would be good.
Let me take a quick look.
I'm kind of tired. I don't think I can shapeshift again.
Okay. Yeah, if we need that, then we'll just kind of keep watch and...
Yeah. You go ahead and take a break. I'll keep my eye open.
Okay.
Okay. So Maury, you're keeping watch. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Get out of here, cat. God, so annoying.
Solid. Shirley, are you helping on this one or no?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check as well. Solid.
Wow.
Yeah, everything seems to be quiet. Everything seems to be good. As you kind of sit there reflecting, kind of taking your short rest over the next course of the next hour, you guys don't really notice anything in particular, and the hour goes by uneventful.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna just go kind of like huddle up with Timmick and Maury and all right, guys, we gotta do this quick and we gotta be clean, and if we see the Alchemist, try and take him alive. If you can't, if it endangers your life, then just take him down. And you each get 1d6 Bardic Inspiration. That'll burn both of mine.
Okay. How long does the Bardic Inspiration last? Is it just you just have it and that's it?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
So you guys can add that to attack roll, saving throw, damage, or you can use it as a reaction for your AC.
I don't think you can use it as damage.
For the Valor Bard, you can.
Ah, yes you can. That's right. So you guys can take your D6 Bardic Inspiration die, and what's your plan here, guys?
I say we just go in and try to talk first off. I don't think sneaking in is going to help anybody, and I don't think rushing in is either.
I don't know if those frog people can talk.
I was going to say, because he explained to us that they're not speaking the same language, right?
Yeah.
They're not speaking a language that you understand, no. Timothy.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is a hostile situation. Like, we're going in here to kick in the door situation and grab the Alchemist, if we can.
All right. I'm on board.
All right. Let's do this.
Okay. What's the marching order as you guys come through here? As just so you can keep in mind, as you're kind of coming through this tunnel, it is 10 feet wide, so 2 people can be in front, but one of you guys has to be in the back.
I'll give you the back. I'll go shoulder to shoulder. I can use my shield finally. So
good. All right. And is there any kind of tact that you guys are using as you kind of enter?
If we're planning on right before we go in, if we're planning on just flat killing these frogs, or are we gonna talk to them first?
Let's walk down there and see what they do.
I was gonna say, yeah, we'll give them one chance. If they make any kind of threatening move, we're taking them out.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Okay. So, as you guys approach the entrance of this cave, are you guys doing so stealthily, or are you just walking right in?
Nope, just walking up.
As we're walking in, I'll go ahead and I don't know if it's gonna matter, but I got it. I might as well do it. I'll just go ahead and cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay. All right, you're able to cast protection from good and evil. As you guys walk in, these frog people notice your presence. They go, and they all, as you walk in, kind of darting around, looking at each other, they all start rushing you guys to attack. I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yep.
Finally, I do a good initiative. Sure.
All right.
All right. And let me get the music right.
I'm glad Juliet isn't here. She can these
Maybe.
things too.
Maybe we'll get the music right. There we go. There it is. Good. All right. This will start our combat off. Start at initiative order. Timic, as you guys kind of walk in, this area is pretty dark. The only light being given off is actually over here, but it is enough to illuminate the chamber enough so you guys can all see. Timic, with that being said, what do you do?
I'm going to move up. Like 10 feet. Let's see. 5, 10, 15 feet in front of Mori. I can move it.
Okay. Yep, you can go ahead and move it.
Go there, and then I will thorn whip that guy.
Which one is that? If you press and hold, it'll ping it. That one right there? Okay, go ahead and thorn whip. For 15, that hits for 1 piercing damage.
And I will pull it 10 feet towards me.
You'll pull it 10 feet towards you. All right, so you pull it directly 10 feet towards you. Boom. Awesome. So you're able to kind of, you see this kind of like, how does it come out? Do you kind of mutter anything, or you just kind of extend it from your hand?
Just comes out the end of my staff.
Nice. And you guys all see this kind of like very long, twisty green vine just kind of come out and actually grab onto this frog person and just kind of wrap around his foot and kind of drag him down. He kind of like starts like trying to scratch him behind and try to keep himself upright. Ending your turn?
And then I will use... one second. Oh, it didn't willingly move into the space, so I can't do that. All right, no, I'm also done.
Okay. That's going to bring us to this guy back here. This guy, kind of seeing everything that's going on, is going to... he's going to have to walk around, but he can still get up there. He is going to move up to you, Timic, and he is going to go ahead and attack you. He's going to attack you with his dagger.
Okay.
That is going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. All right, you take 5 piercing damage, which I will throw in, and then I need a Constitution saving throw. I put your 5 damage in for you. Constitution save 19. You're fine. That's going to end its turn. You actually see, and as it kind of stabs into you and kind of catches you, you feel like the pulse of like some sort. They're almost like the being in contact with this creature causes you to feel some sort of like sickening feeling in your bloodstream. You kind of feel like, oof, but you're able to kind of like kind of shrug it off and to no effect. Brings us to Mori.
Oh, hold on. When it entered my 10-foot radius, I'm going to have it make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a 21.
Yeah, so that succeeds. So nothing.
Okay. Okay. And more, you moved?
I'm going to move over there and let's see if I can find it. I'm going to do my breath attack.
Ooh, you're gonna do breath attack. Okay. Go ahead, and it should be under your spells. I want to say is where I put it.
I got it.
Or maybe no. I think I put it somewhere. It was in your spells, and then now it's gone. So breath weapon. So I've got to make Constitution saving throw for both of them. It looks like.
Yes.
Okay. First one. It's gonna be a 13.
So the DC is a 14, so that'll fail.
Okay, and the other one's a natural 1.
All right, so they will take 2d6 acid damage.
Acid damage.
That's 5.
5 acid damage. So each of these guys take 5 acid damage. This is the first time you guys have seen this. Actually, no, it's not. But you see this big gout of just like vile. What color is your acid?
It's like a lime green, almost the color of my dice.
Nice lime green that kind of just like gouts out of the mouth of Maury and just and kind of gets on these little frogmen. They're like kind of panicking there in place. But they take the damage. They're looking looking haggard.
I just to know for future, if I do the sharpened attack to add damage, would that add it to both of my breath attack?
From my understanding, I believe sharpened attack only works when you use a weapon attack.
Melee?
Technically, yeah, like a melee weapon or a ranged weapon. Your breath weapon is like a special attack.
So that is, yeah, that'll be it for me.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to one of these. And everyone's almost in the right spot. All right, anyway, so we're gonna keep going. So apparently this frog just like completely wrecked the game. But he's gonna try and go ahead and use his dagger to attack you, Timic.
What?
That's what he was trying to do originally. It's gonna be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's gonna be 6 points of pierce damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw.
This thing is all messed up.
I can roll it for you if you need me to.
This thing's saying I have like 3,000 health and stuff. I can just type it.
I'll roll. I can roll it for you.
That's accurate.
That is an 8. So you actually take an extra 3 poison damage as the coming into contact with this creature causes you to kind of feel that kind of same feeling again. Are you? Oh yeah, you are immune to poison. You're right, because you're a silly dwarf person.
Is it immune or resistant?
Yeah,
I can't get any of this thing.
I think you're damage resistant, so you take 1 poison damage.
Okay.
So I'll fix that for you.
Why are you so jacked up? Oof.
All right, awesome. And then that's gonna end his turn. Bring us back over here. Bring us to the other guy. He's gonna meander his way over there, although he has a little bit of ways to travel. He can still get there. He's gonna come up to you, Shirley.
All right.
He'll surely come up to you, and he's gonna also attack you with his dagger. And that's gonna be a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
That does not hit. So he kind of comes up to you, trying to lunges at you with his dagger, but he's not able to do so. And as he kind of comes over, he actually takes a kind of a giant leap and then kind of walks the rest of the way to get to you. That's going to bring us to you, Shirley.
Okay, so I am actually going to cast Bane on all of them. They don't need to make a 12 save.
Okay.
Charisma save.
Okay. Excuse me while I move everybody's cameras back around. All right, DC 12. What did you say? Constitution save?
Charisma.
Oh, for Bane. Yep. Okay. Actually, I can do this very easily. DC. That is going to be a 2 for this guy, so he is baned. So I will put on there.
Put a weird little face mask on him for Bane.
Is there a face mask going on here?
I don't know.
There isn't. Next guy is going to roll an 8, so that fails.
Oh boy.
And then the next guy is going to roll a 6, so that fails. So they are all currently baned.
All right, there we go.
Awesome.
Then I'm just gonna scooch here, and that's gonna end my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to, if I can get back to where I wanted to be, back up to Timic. Timic, what are you doing?
I'm going to use my bonus action to put Shillelagh on my weapon.
All right, Shillelagh is on your weapon.
And then I will attack. The one to my left up top there.
Okay. All right, go for it.
What is that? What did that just roll?
You just rolled on Shillelagh. So go ahead and roll your weapon attack first.
Yeah.
So,
Hold on a second.
It just rolled the D8 for you.
That's some good damage, though.
So your spellcasting ability is your wisdom, which is a +3. So that's going to actually make this
14.
a 14. So that's definitely going to hit. And so it's going to be 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which is a 3. So 4 points of damage to this guy on the top right, or top left. He is looking really hurt. You kind of come in there and whack, and you're able to kind of take a big chunk of damage out of him.
No, it did 7 damage to it. It does a Shillelagh damage to it.
You're right. So 7 plus 3 is 10. So 10 damage. You actually take this guy out. So
I don't think it does the other 3. I think it just does a Shillelagh damage.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oof.
All right.
That's it.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Ending your turn. It's gonna bring us to a dead guy, and back to Mori.
Okay, I am gonna keep moving over this way. I'm actually gonna come over here and
Get advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
let's do.
So that's going to be a 24 to hit for 9 damage, and you just kind of come in with your mace and bash him on the head, and he just kind of splats in a pile of green goo.
I will use
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. And Timic, you give me one too. I forgot to have you do it.
Nice.
23. Yep, you're fine.
and I'm
Actually, no, Timic, you don't have to, because you're
Okay.
you actually are immune to what he's trying to do. So.
and then I am going to throw an axe at the guy down there below me.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Woo! Full max damage. And you go ahead and you kind of take with that offhand, kind of throw that that hand axe. And how do you want to do this? That's a one-shot kill.
Oh, nice. So I want to swing down with 2 hands and smash the guy with my maul, and then just in the same action, hand over, kind of sideways, like Last of the Mohican style, boom, sideways right into this guy.
Very nice. And that is what you do. So you were able to kind of like hum that thing, and as you kind of send it down there, you actually see it kind of lodges like sideways into this it's actually a grung is what it is, and it actually launches into the side of his neck. He gets and it just kind of like goes down to the ground in a puddle of its own gore.
I'm going to start looking around to make sure that's it for everything in here.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. 22. As you kind of continue to kind of look around here and kind of survey the area, you find that you are indeed alone.
Nice.
Isn't that bag over by their sleeping area?
Yeah, I'll go over there with you.
Yeah, you can kind of go over there and look in there. As you guys kind of look over into that bag, you actually just kind of find some general, kind of like a set of common clothes. You also find what appears to be some rations and some food. Nothing really too much out of the ordinary, just kind of some general stuff.
Does it look like it belonged to those frog people?
No, it actually does look like it appeared to be something that was well made, perhaps even taken from someone.
These little bastages.
Take these clothes and give them to Jordan.
There you go.
Okay. So you can add a set of common clothes and 2 sets of rations into your inventory.
What does it look like for alternate ways to go out of here?
Kind of from where you're standing, you actually see 2 ways out of this room. 1 second. You do see 2 ways out of this room. One kind of meanders off to the left. You actually see a lot of different kind of fungus and mushrooms and a couple of other different things kind of in a room off to your left. And to your right, you see another tunnel that kind of just wanders off over there in that direction.
I kind of look at Timic and what do you think about those fungus mushroom things over there? Is it something we should mess with or not look safe?
Do I know anything about fungus?
Yeah, you would. Go ahead and give me a nature check with advantage. Would you know anything about it? Of course you would.
You're a sport droid, right?
Yeah. What did that just roll?
That just rolled a bunch of mess. So just give me roll a nature check and then roll it again.
I tried to click on that gray bar that's there.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's a little weird.
I know nothing.
You still have your D6.
Oh yeah, you still have your D6. I'll say that you can use it.
Well, you know.
I still know nothing.
Well, you know some things about fungus and stuff like that, but this particular kind of breed, it looks very, not alien, but very unfamiliar to you. You're kind of used to some normal, like, kind of just like general mushrooms and stuff like that, like things you would eat, and you can kind of tell the difference between poisonous and not poisonous, but this one kind of eludes you for some reason.
I'm gonna go down this other hallway over here to the right. Walk in there. I'll keep my eyes open. I don't want anybody to sneak up on me, but I'm not gonna be quiet about it.
Yeah, I'll follow right behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are going into the one without the funguses?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Since those are unidentifiable funguses, yes.
Awesome. As you guys enter this room in particular is dark. You can't actually see anything in this room unless one of you has some sort of light source.
I
Don't we have dark vision?
Some of you do.
Yeah.
want to say.
I probably do have a torch.
2 of you do. There is one human that's just kind of like.
That's right.
I was gonna say I'm just like hand on Maury's shoulder, assuming he's got.
I've got a torch.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to light a torch, and you can actually shed some light on this room. As you guys walk in, there is nothing living in this room that you can tell. You actually observe a very interesting sight. You actually see there's kind of a strange crank in the middle of the room that's kind of like up on a pedestal. You also see 4 pillars that dot the chamber about the 4 corners of this room. As you kind of look around, you actually see 2 ways out of this room. One appears to be, there's a door there. Like it's barricaded somehow in some strange way. It's kind of strange, especially given that we're in a cave. It's a very interesting sight to see some sort of barricade in here. Maybe the Grungs did it, maybe the Alchemist. You're not really 100% sure. And then the passageway to the right is not barricaded.
You said there's some sort of mechanism in the center of the room?
Yes, there is a rather large crank in the middle of the room, and then there are these 4 pillars that dot the room around the perimeter. And these pillars are kind of like, sorry, I'm tangled on my cords here. These pillars are kind of come up in almost like an obelisk kind of shape. So they got 4 sides that kind of come up to a point, kind of a sharp pyramid at the top that have so these very intricate looking designs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going over there and pulling that crank.
I think that sounds like a good plan. I'll hold the torch.
All right, you I'll stand back outside of these tall pillars here just in case something crazy happens. Don't want to pen us all in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Crunk, 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 crunk.
So you go ahead and it's not a lever, it's a crank.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
So you touch the crank?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Woohoo!
oh Jesus.
That's a natural 1.
I was going to say you have that D6, but that's not going to help.
So you take 3 fire damage
Ooh.
as flame kind of bursts out from the top of these obelisks, and you can actually see that there's these actually little tiny holes in these obelisks, kind of all aim in this like one direction from where you're standing here, Maury, and they all just kind of a big gout of fire comes out, and as soon as you let go, the gout stops.
This is the dumbest crank I've ever seen.
That's. I don't like that crank.
You'd usually put this outside and put something in here, and then you spin it and it cooks it. So you got to come in the middle of this thing and cook your own self. I don't know about all this.
For sure.
Well, let me go over this barricade then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go over with him.
Okay. So you guys both go over to this barricade, and you can see that there is kind of like almost there's no handle. It's like kind of almost like a very strange, like kind of half put together like door with an archway that is flush and does not actually have a handle or anything on it that you can find purchase on.
I want to check and make sure I'm not gonna get fire poured on me again if I try to push this door open.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. 16. As you guys kind of look around, you can actually see that on this door and actually on the obelisk, you actually can see that there are these little runes that are actually present as you look at the ones on the obelisk, they appear to be kind of fading back down. It appears that they probably glowed at one point when the fire was lit, but you can actually see some of these same runes that are actually on this barricade door.
So there's like only one of the obelisks is glowing, or all of them are glowing?
All of them are glowing. All of them have these like little runes that were on the inside that all are glowing right now. That were glowing and just started to fade as you kind of looked around as you were investigating here.
And there's runes on the door that are glowing?
Yes.
You think I gotta go back in there and turn it some more and just take that damage? And
Do you have a chain or anything like that?
well, let me see. I might have a rope. That's about all I got is
I have rope
Timmy, where are you standing currently right now?
next to Shirley.
Okay. And Shirley, where are you? As far as I just want to get orientation of the chamber. Like, did you guys all stay by the door? Or did you guys move around?
No, I was like lighting the. I don't know if Morharon can see in the dark or not, so I was lighting the door for him.
I can. It's always good to
He
have
told
right.
Maury told us to stay out of like the
Right.
area where the pillars are.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since I'm gonna do one more thing and then give this a shot. First thing I'm gonna do is go check that other doorway over there. That's doesn't have a weird symbol on it. See if there's anything in there.
There's actually no doorway. It actually is just a continuation of a tunnel that goes into a different direction.
Do I hear or see anything down that hallway?
As of right now, go ahead and give me a perception check. Shirley, is there anything that you or Timmick are doing while he's doing this?
No, I'm just watching like back the way we came to make sure nothing's sneaking up on us because we weren't exactly quiet.
Okay.
That's
Timmick?
22.
Okay. With a natural 20, you are able to kind of peer down the hallway. You're able to kind of listen and kind of like, or down this tunnel, and you're able to listen. You don't hear any movement. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything moving or coming up or walking, like, quiet. Quiet as a tomb.
All right, Shirley and Timmick, I'm going to go back in here and give this thing a couple more cranks. Keep an eye on that door. We didn't really pay attention to it last time.
I'll make my way. I'll hug the wall towards the barricade.
Okay. Maury, with your perception check and that investigation check in tandem, as you kind of walk your way back towards the crank, you actually do see written on each of the obelisks is some writing, kind of etched into the front of each obelisk.
Am I able to read that writing?
You are, because it is actually written in Draconic. So you are actually able to discern the language that is written here. On this one that you actually are looking at, it reads basically to say the number 3.
This one right here says 3 on it. Let me go check out one of these other ones. I'll go check out one of those.
Yep, you check out the one next to it, and that one says 1.
All right. Well, these things are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it look like I could push the obelisk like up?
You go to touch the. I take it you go to number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
You go to number 1, and as you go to touch it, you can actually see that same rune that's on there begin to glow, but instead of glowing red, it actually starts to glow a blue color.
What happens when I take my hand off of it?
It stays blue.
I'll go find the one that says 2.
You go to the one that says 2, you touch it,
Yeah.
it turns blue.
I'll go to the 3, then the 4.
You go to the 3, and as you go to the 3, you actually can see that the number 1, the color has begun to fade.
So I run to 4 real quick.
You get to 4, but by the time you actually get to 4, unfortunately, 1 has already lost its glow.
So I will. I'll go to number 1. Timmick, go over to that one. Shirley, you head over to that number 3 right there.
Okay.
When I say go, I'll touch 1. Timmick, you touch 2. Shirley 3. I'll run to 4. And then, well, heck, I'll run in the middle and turn that crank.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. 1,
2,
3.
Run over to 4. Can I see that they're all turning blue?
They all turn blue, yep, and then actually the crank in the middle of the room now turns blue.
And I go over and start cranking it.
And you start cranking, you can actually see, as you look over to the door, it also has started to glow blue, and you can actually see that this door, or this barricade, the more you crank, you can actually see that this opening is actually cranking in the upwards direction, actually revealing the pathway to the other room.
Looks like this crank wasn't stupid, it was me.
I mean, I didn't have a better idea either, so.
So I think we should hurry up and get in there before this thing decides to close back on us.
Yeah. I'll run to the door and just kind of like stand in it.
Okay. The door at this point doesn't appear to be closing it as you're standing in it. The rest of you kind of make your way over?
Yep.
Okay. You're able to make your way over, and the door stays open. And as you both kind of go the rest of the way in, the door slowly begins to creak its way back down. As you're on the other side of this doorway, though, however, you do see that there is a similar crank as the one is in the room on this side of the doorway, without any pillars or anything like that. It appears that this is made to possibly keep out any people that shouldn't be in this area, but does allow for passage back out.
Nice.
All right. As you move forward into the next tunnel, I need you guys to make a perception check.
All right.
Okay. Maury and Shirley, you're able to, as you're kind of walking forward, both of you being at the front, as per previously, you guys begin to hear a noise and some movement. You actually see ahead of you, there's actually some more glowing firelight, and the sounds of almost
More
the sound. More of the. It seems that you have encountered possibly some more of these individuals.
All right. And like, can we see anything in front of us, or is it we just hear them?
You can hear them right now. Based on where your location is, it would appear that they're around the corner, because it's kind of this path kind of winds, and you can actually see the reflection of the light hitting the wall that's adjacent. But you can see the light sources coming out towards the left of you, and you can kind of see some shadows kind of moving about, similar to what Timmick observed when he was in his cat form. So he's able to observe that, but you can hear what sounds like more individuals than what you guys previously had encountered before.
All right. So I'm gonna turn and kind of look at Morhan and Timmick and like give them like, you guys ready? Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. And I'm gonna jump the corner and prestidigitation out their campfire.
Prestidigitation out their campfire. Okay. All right, so you're able to do that to that, and you definitely get their attention. They'll go, "Rrr." I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative again. Hooray! Once I also push you all over here.
Shove.
I think that's twice in a row that I crit on my initiative.
Sick.
You're like ready to go.
Took the alert feat. And gotta get to the music. Change. Da, da, da. There it is. And then gotta change over to this side.
The death metal starts now.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. I gotta actually roll for these dudes. And we will start our combat. Even with a crit on the initiative, this red-looking Grung goes first. Him kind of surveying the situation as you all kind of walk in. He is going to go ahead and cast Spiked Growth. So that, if it does what it's supposed to do. Oh, of course it didn't, because apparently I'm going to lose connection again. No. We'll find out. It did what it was supposed to do, but it's not showing up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just create the 20-foot radius sphere if I can. That seems... Yeah, that's right. And he places it... Oop, not that one. No, we'll just leave it like that. So you guys are able to see that. So he goes ahead and casts his spike growth in that area. So for your guys' information, basically everyone in that area is difficult terrain. Any creature that moves into or within that area takes 2d4 piercing damage every 5 feet it travels. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then that will end his turn. Brings us to Timic.
I will attack the red guy with Chill Touch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your Chill Touch. What is the range on Chill Touch?
120, I believe.
120
Okay.
feet.
It just is called touch, so I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So you rolled 21 to hit. That hits for 8 damage. The chronic damage. Okay. So you guys see this kind of spectral hand appear over the shoulder of this red grung, and you actually see this kind of like ghostly hand kind of like tap it on the shoulder, and it kind of turns around like, and takes the damage.
And a concentration check for that spike growth.
And it does need a concentration check. You are right. Right there. That's going to be a 20 total. So he succeeds.
Yep.
Brings us to Shirley.
Well, I was a little open, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I have to alter my plan slightly here, and yes, I'm gonna drop my torch, and I will whip my spear at this guy here. Or, yeah, this guy.
That guy right there?
Yeah.
That's the fire you put out, actually.
my character sheet was covering it, so.
Luckily, there's 2 more fires over here. 19 definitely hits for 9 damage, so you actually take a pretty big chunk out of this guy. He's already on the brink of death. You actually see the spear just kind of land true, hits him, and just kind of like stops itself there, but it is able to kind of hang on, and it's still kicking.
All right. Just gonna pick my torch back up, and that's gonna be me.
All right. That's gonna bring us to this guy. This guy is going to run up here, and he's gonna attempt to throw a dagger. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's gonna be at disadvantage. Yep, it's gonna be a disadvantage. At you, Shirley.
All right.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and it'll be 5 piercing damage.
Oof.
I also need a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Where's my sheet? I just had.
Yeah, you're fine. So you actually feel as this dagger kind of lands in you, you feel the pulse of like whatever this creature is. It seems to be poisonous to the touch, and you feel the poison kind of like course through your body, but you're able to kind of fight it off and keep it from taking hold. That's going to end his turn. Brings us to the next one. He, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, my creature moves into the area within the area. It takes...
Yep, it takes damage. 2d4.
So he's going to try and move out, but he's probably going to die. Slash roll 2d4. Yeah, 6 points of damage. So he actually attempts to get out of this area, but he actually dies in the spike growth. Never said these guys were smart. Brings us to Maury.
I'm gonna pull out my longbow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot at the red guy.
Shooting the red guy. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Right here.
Nice.
I'm gonna
17 definitely hits for 2 points of damage. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
what?
I'm gonna add my D6 to that damage.
Okay. For a
Eight.
whole 1.
I'm gonna add a D8 as well with my superiority dice.
Okay.
Dang it!
4 points of total damage. He still has to make a con save,
Yeah.
so it may not all be in vain. But that's a 6, which actually is enough because it's a 10 or half the damage. So spike growth is gone.
Right, so how's he looking, that red guy?
He's looking haggard, but he's not looking like he's about to die or anything.
In that case, I'll actually use my bonus action to second wind going into this. And that'll be it for me. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. Brings us to this guy. This guy is gonna take. Oop, that's not what I want. What is going on here? What are you doing? Oh, it's because I'm hitting the wrong one. He's gonna move his 30 feet of movement to go there. And he's gonna take out a dagger and throw it at you. Yeah, he still has to throw it at disadvantage. You're just out of range. Throw it at you, Shirley.
Hey,
It's gonna be 16 to hit.
that'll hit.
All right, that's 6 points of damage, and then I need another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oof.
12. You just barely succeed. So the same kind of feeling of that poison kind of comes over, but you're able to kind of resist it as it kind of comes in.
It's that werewolf blood.
Yeah, right. Brings us back to our wildling here. He is going to cast Barkskin on himself. So you see as he kind of casts. Oh, no, don't cast Spike Growth. Don't know why it still does that, because. But yeah, he casts Barkskin on himself. And then kind of just starts to move in this direction. Not really sure what he's gonna do. Yep, that'll end his turn. And then that's gonna bring us to Timic.
I will move up to there.
Okay. You got to go back up to the little box there to switch back from
Gotcha.
yeah, it's kind of clunky that way.
I'll just move to there. And then I will do Chill Touch again on that red guy.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
Thank you.
20 definitely hits for 1 point of damage.
You're at 5th level, so you should be doing 2d. Oh no, I'm sorry.
No.
What am
Yeah.
We're at 3rd level. Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Probably a different campaign, probably, I imagine.
I'm excited. I'm like, oh wait.
Wait. Oh, wait.
Did you use your D6 yet?
Yeah, I did for the fungus check.
All right. Yep.
All
Can
right.
help a little.
Does that end your turn, Timic?
Yes.
All right, brings us to Shirley. Shirley, you got 2 daggers on the ground in front of you, and 3 of these frog creatures left. What are you doing?
I'm gonna come up to this one, and I'm gonna smack it with my torch.
You're gonna smack it with your torch. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because that's what tavern brawlers do.
Mm-hmm. Tavern Brawler Strike. 21 definitely hits for 8 points of damage.
Wow.
You kind of come in with that torch, and you just smack this guy, and he kind of like shies away, but he still kind of gets struck with this burning, fiery club, as it were, with this torch. Anything else on your turn, Shirley?
Who's looking the most beleaguered of my companions?
Of your companions?
Yeah.
Either you or Timic. You more so than Timic, because you guys have the same. Health points, but you have less of a maximum vitality.
Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna have to healing word myself.
Okay.
And
All right, that's 5 points of healing.
there we go.
I throw it in
All right,
for you.
and
Perfect.
that is my turn.
All right, that's gonna bring us to this guy. This guy is gonna walk down here, grab the dagger off of his dead companion, and then come up here to attack you, Timic.
Use my reaction to use Halo Spores.
Halo Spores. All right, what does that do?
Constitution save for him.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay, so it takes. Is that rolling?
Yeah, 1d4. Yeah, it's different than the UA because you actually get to roll something instead of just being like, oh, you do 3 damage.
Yeah, so just one.
1 point of damage. What kind of damage is that? Poison? Oh, necrotic. No,
I think it's necrotic.
Yep. Takes 1 point of necrotic damage. Then it's going to come in and attack you with his dagger. The dagger he picked up from his friend.
Okay.
That's going to be an 11 to hit. I don't
Misses.
believe that hits. And that's actually going to end his turn, so he's got nothing else he can do. Brings us to a dead guy. Brings us back to Maury.
I'm gonna come over here.
Yep, so you're flanking this guy, so you can roll at advantage. 25 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage roll. 10 points of damage. You easily dispatch this guy with that strike, just squashing him on the head.
And then
And he has no more.
I will offhand to the guy up there.
Absolutely. A 1, unfortunately, is not going to hit. So you go ahead and loose that hand axe, and it kind of just lands harmlessly back here.
And that was, let me just make sure, 5. Yep, that's as far as I can do. Alright, that's it for me.
All right. Brings us to the one guy that's left. He is going to attempt an unarmed strike, I guess. Which he's not proficient with, so it's just basically a strength check, which he has a minus to this roll. And he rolls a 13. Does that hit you, Shirley?
There's just like this little wet pit on my shield.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, he doesn't really do much. Bring us back up to this guy. This guy is going to take out his short bow. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he can hit you. He's going to try and shoot at you, Shirley.
All right.
With his short bow. Oh, if I switch back to the thing I need to use. Yeah, because he's got nothing else. That's going to be a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, and you kind of just see this creature loose an arrow, and it kind of just like lands harmlessly to your side. Brings us back to Timic.
You wearing any metal? The red guy?
The red guy? No, he is not wearing any metal. He kind of is wearing kind of like some loose, kind of like animal hides and some reeds and stuff like that, but no metal.
All right, I'll just use chill touch again.
Okay. Unfortunately, a 9 does not hit. So you kind of, and he's like, after being hit a couple times, he's like, he kind of avoids it from tapping him on the shoulder. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, that's fine. The guy will probably be dead.
Shirley.
All right. Well, unfortunately for this guy, he's between me and my real target. So I'm going to go ahead and smack him again.
Mm-hmm. For 5 bludgeoning damage, and you were able to utilize that torch cannon, just kind of plop him on the head, and he is no more.
Right. And then move over here and grab my spear.
All right, and you're able to grab your spear. Maury.
I'm gonna run right up to this guy and hit him in the mouth.
All right, go ahead and hit him in the mouth. Natural 20. Yep. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You are considered poisoned. And with that, how do you want to do this?
Just smash him into a pulp on the ground.
And you do. You kind of, same thing with the rest of these things. This guy's been kind of keeping afar. He's like kind of shivering there with his little tiny short bow, and you're just able to and just grind him down into a red gelatinous pulp.
And then I'm just gonna drop to a knee and be like, oh boy, I don't feel so good.
And you do. You're able to kind of sit there for a second. And after about a minute or so, you kind of feel, you almost feel like you're gonna poop yourself for a second, and then after about a minute, the feeling kind of goes away and you feel okay. You're not poisoned anymore. Everything's good there. But you guys are now in this quiet cave by yourself. As far as exits to this cave, there is the way that you all came, or there is another exit that goes out towards what appears to be a cavern with what appears to be cobwebs on the walls.
All right. Well, first I want to check over this this red guy, because I feel like Jordan mentioned something about a red cloak or something. So maybe this is our alchemist.
Okay.
So I want to give him an investigation.
All right, go ahead and do your investigation check.
While he's looking at that guy, I just want to kind of look around the room, make sure there's nothing of interest in here.
Investigation 19. Go ahead and give me an investigation check as well, Maury. As you kind of look around over the body of this small red frog looking creature, he doesn't really have much on him other than like kind of the clothes that you see. He doesn't appear to have any like notes of any kind or writing implements or paper or anything like that. He doesn't appear to have any bottles, or he just kind of seems, he has the ability to cast spells via this weird staff that he has that he was kind of utilizing against you guys, but it appears to be also very similar to kind of like the staff that Timic kind of carries around with him, kind of a way for him to use as a focus for his spells. But otherwise, not really much on him. Maury, with your investigation check, you were able to actually find, as you kind of walk around, there's a couple more of these packs that are kind of lying around. You also find basically what amounts to about 2 more days of rations. You actually find a fully functioning explorer's pack in here as well. So you can add that to your inventory as well if you like. But as far as like any valuables or anything of that sort, there's nothing here. Just kind of general gear.
What I also know, since I don't know, this may be a stretch, but proficient with the herbalism kit, that any of this poison stuff that they have could be collected and used in any way?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature check to kind of harvest some of the... It would be basically kind of this like outer oil gland and stuff like that that they have for you to be able to harvest. With a 16, you're actually able to harvest the oil glands off of the big creature. And you believe that with this, and based on your just herbalism skills, that you might be able to utilize this to create some sort of mundane poison.
Nice.
Thanks, sir.
I'm actually gonna grab up his short bow too, because I just realized the spear is the only thing I have for range.
Yep, and you can add that short bow to your inventory. Amongst the bodies as well, you also do find a total of 4 daggers if you want to, if any of you guys want those. And in the previous room with the other frog folk, they also had daggers on them as well. So there's a total of 7 daggers if you guys want to hoard daggers.
I'll how many? 7?
7 total. Yep.
I'll take them. These may have some, if nothing else, may have some resale value back in town, and start getting us a little bit coin.
Right. There you go.
Well, I mean, if we're looking for somebody who's down here coming in and out and doing things, I doubt he's going to be in a cobweb-filled tunnel. I mean, you can feel free to explore it or look down there if you want, but I say if our alchemist went down there, I don't think there'd be cobwebs remaining.
Yeah, I find it unlikely, but I also kind of think we should, see what's down there.
Oh, well, all right. I'm right behind you. We'll go check it out.
Okay. What's the marching order for this?
It'll be Shirley, me, Timmick.
All right. With you and Shirley in the front, can I have you guys give me perception checks? Timmick or Shirley, unless you have do you have your torch on you?
Yes.
All right, you can go ahead and make a perception check regularly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm kind of leaning with that.
You guys kind of, excuse me. You guys begin to wander your way. This particular room is very dark. As you continue to make your way through, you see a number of these different cobwebs kind of crawling up the walls. But you do also notice that as you're kind of walking through, there is a kind of very distinct looking, almost parting of these webs down the middle of this chamber. You do see, as you kind of walk through, especially you, Maury, with that 21, you're able to see kind of a number of these different kind of wound up little, almost cocoon-like looking carapaces, basically. And thanks, DM the Mark Knight, you're able to see a bunch of these, and you can see them kind of dotting everywhere. Some of them look like they've been cracked open, and are kind of loose and kind of relaxed. There's also a number of them that look like they still have things in them. And as you continue to look around, this chamber's empty. There's nothing in here. It's not what you expected, considering the amount of webs that are still here, but it is wide open down the middle of this room.
Seems like this, so we see all the way through to the end, or
you guys can see all the way through the end, and you actually do see at the end a fairly large looking wooden door.
Well, want to go down there and check out that door?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll kind of lead the way, and just you said there's like some like cocoons or something.
Yeah, there's like some cocoon, like I'm trying to think of the actual name, but it's kind of these like little cocoons of like what used to be probably some sort of creature or whatever like that was captured here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from those. Well, no. Ben's loot grubbing is not gonna bleed into Shirley.
What are you doing, Shirley? What are you doing, guys?
I'm gonna head towards the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys head towards the door. Do you try the door?
I'd grab him before he did it and say, "Hold on, we've already been burned up a little in here and had some crazy things happen. Let's make sure that thing's not trapped."
Okay. You being in the front, Maury, go ahead and make your investigation check for the trap. With an 11, it does not appear to be trapped.
All right, I think you're all set to go on in there.
All right, then I'll go for the door.
You go for the door, and as you do, it's locked.
Well, anybody have a way to pick that?
I got a rather large boot.
I think you and I together can probably take care of this door pretty handedly. You want to give it a shot?
I'm game for that.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Strength checks. Athletics checks.
Oh,
Athletics?
Yeah,
gee.
athletics.
Oh, athletics? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a little...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you guys are able to kind of, and as you do, you kind of both like duck down and kind of bowl into this. Timmick, are you doing anything during this?
Just watching them do it.
And as you do, you guys, this door, as you kind of jump into it, it gives way and just kind of folds in on itself. Crack! And you guys kind of stumble through into the next chamber. In this chamber, you actually see it's a fairly large-looking room. It's almost got like manicured, almost like man-made looking walls in here. Still cave-like, but appear man-made. And it's well lit. There's actually torchlight that kind of dots around the perimeter of this room. In the center, there's actually a very large-looking circle with 5 runes that are kind of inlaid in the floor. And in the middle, there is a kind of altar. And strapped to that altar is a human male wearing a green plaid shirt.
It's Henry.
Oh, my God.
Tied down to this altar. And behind him, with his back turned towards some supplies, is a red-cloaked individual who, as you guys kind of burst through the door, kind of turns around and is like, "You should not be in here. Who are you?" And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
Oh.
So, what do you got? What to find Henry, guys?
I'm so glad. I'm just so glad he's not dead.
I was almost thinking I was going to wear this green plaid shirt for nothing.
It's one of those things, too, where now you're looking at him like, is he trying to help him not be a werewolf, or is he trying to turn him into a werewolf? What options is happening right now?
Mm-hmm. So we will circle back to that at our next session. So I want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It was really fun. If you guys want to hang out with us again, we stream this game on Wednesdays starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We also stream on Mondays doing DM chat, answering your questions, Q&A, all that kind of cool stuff. I also prep for this game on that stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, also here on Twitch. I also have a YouTube, a Discord, all that cool stuff. All of them are down there in those panels. And again, if you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching for Dungeon Master Prep, player character creation, or just learning the game, there's a link down there in the About Me section of the panels down there as well. So I hope you guys had fun tonight, and until next time, see y'all soon.
See you later.
Bye now.
Bye.